is Bangkok. Anointed the city of angels, buildings soar into the heavens, and trains glide in the sky. Sharing the same name as Los Angeles, it also shares the disorderly sprawl, congested roads, and bustling street life. Yeah, we'll take you on a journey through this giant metropolis and show you its complexity. Yeah, Bangkok is a huge city with a population of about 11 million. Yeah, it's one of the most visited cities internationally, with about 23 million people visiting in 2019. Yeah, if you look at a map of Bangkok, it looks kind of like a maze, dude. Back in 2015, I actually moved to Thailand to become an English teacher, and it was absolute hell riding my bike through the roads. But this time I actually left my bike behind, and it was quite nice visiting the city. Yeah, I had a chance to hop on the Chao Phraya River and check out the historic canals. Yeah, you could say it almost resembles the Venice of the East. You know, the locals have actually been using these historic canals for centuries. They were used for transportation, agriculture, and even military defense. But in the last century, Thailand actually started to lean more towards concrete. Concrete allowed for rapid construction of new buildings, often at a monumental scale. In the hands of an accomplished architect, this was extremely heavy material that could almost appear floating. You know, as most farming depended on monsoon rains and lasted only about half the year, many people actually moved to Bangkok for employment. The state had focused mainly on railways to link Bangkok with rural areas. The US actually influenced Thailand quite a bit. They encouraged large-scale highways. However, a lot of these freeways would divide the city into these checkerboard zones. Yeah, the landscape exacerbated the disorderly sprawl and created these insanely congested roads. The millennium would then bring a long and delayed mass transit system, the BTS, also known as the Sky Train. You could say the BTS was a solution for the traffic-ridden metropolis. With its elevated rail network, it almost sailed over the city's gridlock traffic jams. Yeah, today Bangkok has over 130 stations. Yeah, many of the locals actually don't even take the BTS and instead take the bus, just because it's too expensive for them. Yeah, actually the largest mode of transportation in Bangkok are the public buses. They got about 320 bus routes. Yeah, man, it was hot as a mother sucker on those buses, but it was definitely a fun ride. And yeah, it felt like I was riding through a maze of Bangkok. It was definitely a cool experience. In the 1960s, the Ministry of Land Transportation actually banned three-wheeled rickshaws, also known as tuk-tuks. They found them outdated and slow, and they also found them dangerous and unfit for the roads of Bangkok. Many of the young men from rural areas actually left home and took up taxi driving or motorbike driving in Bangkok. You know, established before 1981, The motorbike taxis were necessary just because there was so much damn traffic, man. And the roads are also very small too, they're very narrow. Yeah, the motorbike taxis responded to the needs of a rapidly expanding metropolis, spreading faster than the legislators' decision making. Yeah, the locals became familiar with these migrant men in these really colorful vests. These guys are ripping through traffic. It's absolutely insane. But you gotta understand, these guys have been riding motorbikes since they were babies. Yeah, according to one of the engineers who designed the SkyTrain, the locations of the stations were actually meant to connect to the shopping malls. You know, unlike major cities like New York or even Toronto, where I'm from, Bangkok has no central business district, but a central shopping district known as Siam Square. Siam Square is the latest incarnation of 30 years of architectural and social experimentation. Yeah, the shopping district is a monumental symbolic representation of Thai urbanism. The new imposing structure was a symbol of a renewed metropolis. Yeah, it's definitely a way to escape the street level chaos. And you got these really nice air conditioned carriages. The new high-tech digital displays almost mimic New York Times Square. Yeah, you definitely got a lot of bling going on, you know, a lot of flashy stuff going on, aluminum panels. It's really shiny, it looks all new, it defined a lot of the 21st century in Bangkok. Yeah, the concept of a shopping mall was initially designed as social spaces. However, I feel like it's encouraged a hyper-consumption lifestyle. You know, when you have shirts that are 100,000 baht, and the minimum wage is 300 baht a day. Who the hell is going to be able to afford that? Yeah, many of these profit-driven chain stores often display some of the community building aspects like food stalls, or even those bustling markets that create organic conversations and, you know, even serendipitous encounters. However, it's definitely these elements that create a unique identity for Bangkok. Bangkok somehow manages to weave together modernity, culture, and even a little tradition. Its ability to merge ancient temples, bustling streets, futuristic skyscrapers, and even that elevated SkyTrain is truly remarkable, dude.